Welcome to the future.
Welcome to the Muxall Open IoT channel. I am your host, Michael Crane. Okay, so it's going to be a quick video on replacing the ESP32 module. It'll look like this when you get it. This is made by Espressif Systems, I think is the name, or just Espressif. But anyway, it'll come in the mail. This is beta unit number 6 that I've been working on another problem. So you'll have to excuse the wires and that are coming out of this thing because yours won't have that, okay? So the tools you need to form this is a screwdriver to remove the controller from the grill. Of course, the ESP32 module, you're going to get a couple extra tie straps, and you'll need some wire cutters. So yeah, let's get started, okay? So first, you want to take your, now be careful with this knob right here, because I think this is probably how Carter's got damaged, and it was damaged probably by me, and that's from laying the, or knocking the knob on the controller. But, so get something, I use a roll of electrical tape, maybe I should add that to the tool list, and just lay the controller on it so the knob is not hitting the table. And this allows you to work on it, all right? So the first thing you want to do is remove the tie strap. So, and be careful not to cut any of the wires. All right. This tie strap's what holds these boards together, okay? And then you carefully want to pull the power supply module off. And this is the 120 volt AC to 5 volt DC power supply, okay? And of course yours won't have these wires on it, so just ignore that. I'm working on this controller. Okay, so here's the ESP32 module. That's what it looks like underneath. So you set the power supply module off. Carefully pull the ESP32 module out, and you'll have to hold tightly this bottom board, okay, when you're pulling this out, because it's got 28 pins or something like that, and it's stuck on there pretty good, okay? So here's the old module. You'll send that back to me. Here's the new module. Okay, so then you'll take your new ESP32 module, and you can see the direction on it. So here's the, and be careful with this little Wi-Fi antenna right here. It's real easy to bend. It's supposed to be level like that. But here's your USB, or your ESP32 module. Here's the USB port. There's a Wi-Fi antenna. You can see on the PCB right there, USB antenna. So it goes like this. Make sure you have all the pins lined up. So yeah, make sure everything's lined up. It's pretty easy to see through there. Okay. Push it on carefully. Make sure it's pushed all the way down. You probably don't want to push on the LCD like I just did. Okay. But anyway, so that's that. Next step is installing the power supply board on the main board. And so you've got 4 sets of headers, or header pins. Actually, they're board-to-board connectors. I just have them going into headers. You can see the headers inside there. They're the little blue connectors in there. And you very carefully, I usually line up the, well, I'm right-handed, so maybe that's why, but I usually line up the right side and just kind of, I hope you guys can see this, and just kind of line up the headers kind of one at a time, then bring them, bring it down, and then you kind of have to just look through the board to make sure everything's in place, and then push. And make sure these wires will tend to make the back end of the board poke up a little bit, but carefully make sure everything is pushed down well. Yeah, so the final step is, and that's what these tie straps are for. And like I said, these won't be in the production models. So if you're watching this video and you have a production model, sometime in the future, you won't see these. In fact, you won't be able to pull the boards apart because they'll be soldered together. So just connect these two tie straps together and then slide it. It actually goes, you want to hold it, this board, the main PCB and the power supply, you want to keep them sandwiched together. Okay, so you want to slide this under the main board and the power supply board and feed this underneath the wires. Don't strap them to the wires. I guess it doesn't. You could probably strap this wire down. I've pulled this wire out. It's actually disconnected. So I could work on it, but yeah, you could probably run it over this wire. But yeah, you don't want to run it over your control wires here, right? And I know it looks kind of messy, but when you start doing it, you'll say, "Oh yeah, this is easy." And let's see, is that a better shot of it? Anyway, yeah, something like that. And you just tighten it up. And you kind of pull both sides evenly. Yeah, I know this is a bit how you doing, and it's probably not really needed. Yeah, see, this is what I didn't want to do is pinch this wire right here. There we go. Yeah, so make sure it's not pinched. You don't want to pinch any of these wires. Anyway, yeah, this is just a safety to keep the boards from, if you move your grill around, it's bouncing. I mean, this power supply board's pretty heavy with all these big safety caps on there, and it could potentially fall out. It's not going to fall to the ground or anything, but it could disconnect and be sitting there dangling, and that would be bad. So these are just a little safety. These are only in the beta. This strap's only in the beta. Anyway, so once you get it snugged down, it doesn't have to be super tight, just snug so the boards stay together well. Clip the ends off. Like that. And reinstall it in your barbecue. And that's it. You're all done. Don't forget, you can support the Muxall Open IoT channel by donation using a credit card and PayPal, or by purchasing products at the Muxall store. Details and links are in the description under this video. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, that helps, and hit the subscribe button. That really helps. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the comments under this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.